is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
Shake Money says Flo will be here next year. Buckle up. You might be right. You might be right. But I think it's time to make the change at the end of the year. I think if they're smart, they look at the situation. If they don't, I think it will hurt Chris Greer in the end. And listen, man, all these players picked, these are good personnel people, whether it's Greer, whether it's Allen, whether it's McKenzie, they all had a hand in a lot of these picks. And we're watching the defensive players develop and the offensive line does not. And that tells me that comes down on the coaching. And at this point, if Flo hasn't been able to find an offensive coordinator and an O-line coach 3 years in, and after a bad year, why would he find it on his fourth year? And that's what that front office has to ask themselves. If we have a guy that people cannot relate to, if we have a guy that does not get along with or makes enough of an effort to get along with different kinds of people and cannot build a coaching staff, then how are you going to win? And so if you have a bad coaching staff, then it doesn't matter who you draft. They're going to look bad. Did you watch Jordan Howard? I'm sorry, anybody watch Jordan Howard lately? You know that guy they signed here that was terrible? But somehow or another, the offensive coordinators here and the offensive line coach obviously could not get it going. So I'm not sure if some of you have been watching Jordan Howard, but let me show you a little bit here what's going on with Jordan Howard, because Jordan Howard is actually like balling out. That's the funny part. He found a spot, and now he's doing damage every week with another team because they added the element of a power running game. But in order to have a power running game, you've got to have an offensive line. In order to have an offensive line, you need to have an offensive coach. And the offensive coaches are really important, ladies and gentlemen. It's amazing how sometimes people don't realize that when you have an offensive coach, you might be able to score some points. You might be able to run the ball a little bit. And so Jordan Howard all of a sudden now has found his home, let's just say, and he's having success running the hell out of the football. And he's doing some damage. He's with the Eagles. Yesterday, he had 12 rushes for 83 yards. The Jordan Howard that Miami had? That guy? So let me go through his game log here the last couple of weeks, just so you'll see. So the Eagles know how to use Jordan Howard. The Bears used him for a couple of years. They used him the right way, and they had success. So here's Jordan Howard the last 3 weeks, okay? 12 rushes, 57 yards, 4.8 yards per carry, 2 touchdowns. Last week against the Chargers, 17 for 71, 4.2 yards per carry, 1 touchdown. And yesterday against Denver, pretty good defense, 12 rushes, 83 yards, 6.9 yards per carry. So why is it that players can't perform here under Flo offensively, but yet somehow or another they're able to go somewhere else and have some success? Can you explain that for me? Please. Can you help me out? Jordan Howard. And Jordan Howard looked like a complete waste here. Looked like a terrible pick, right? So it looked like a bad move by the front office because the coaching staff doesn't know how to use him. But somehow the Eagles coaching staff and the Bears coaching staff, they know how to use him. Damn. That's odd.